In the world of social media, not everything is as perfect as it seems. Influencers share stunning pics of their smiles, luxury digs, and fit bodies. But behind the filters, behind the fame, sometimes the truth is darker than anyone and in April 2022, the world was shocked when one of the internet's rising stars, an OnlyFans model named Courtney Clenney, was arrested and charged with murder. Her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, lay dying from a stab wound. Their relationship, once full of photos and public affection, was suddenly under the microscope, and the truth that started to come out was chilling. This is the story of how a social media romance turned into a real-life tragedy. A story that raises questions about love, violence, mental health, fame, and justice. Courtney Clenney was a model and influencer who built her online career through Instagram and OnlyFans. She had hundreds of thousands of followers. Her life looked perfect. A beautiful woman living in a high-rise apartment in Miami, showing off her workouts, travel, and lifestyle. But things behind the camera were anything but perfect. Courtney had been dating Christian Obumseli, a 27-year-old businessman who moved to Miami to be with her. By all appearances, they were a glamorous couple. Young, beautiful, successful, but people close to them say their relationship was toxic, full of fights, full of yelling, and according to several witnesses, violent. Neighbors in their luxury Miami apartment said they often heard the two fighting. Loud screaming, doors slamming. One neighbor even said he once saw Courtney hit Christian and was shocked at how aggressive she was. Friends said Christian loved Courtney and tried to make things work, but they fought constantly, breaking up and getting back together over and over. There were signs this relationship was spiraling out of control.
One operator down. What is the address of your emergency? Hey, man, please.
3101. It's 130, so 130.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
3101.
You're gonna die. I can't feel my arm.
3101.
I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am,
so my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am, what is the address?
What's that? What's the address?
3131.
3131 Northeast 7th Ave. Please, God, please. Come see my boyfriend.
Ma'am, is this a house apartment or a business?
512-745-3582.
Is this a house apartment or a business?
Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
If you have a stab wound to his shoulder, can you sit down?
What do you mean he has a stab wound on his shoulder, ma'am?
Yes, he's bleeding from his shoulder.
Rescue, this is PD physician Juliet. The caller, ma'am, hold on one moment. The caller advised the address is 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue, 31 Northeast 7th Avenue. The phone number is verified. The caller advised that her boyfriend has a stab wound.
Okay, is this a house, apartment, or a business?
Listen, please, God, please, God. Please, God,
Listen, ma'am. And I'm sending help, and I need you to tell me exactly what happened.
On April 3rd, 2022, Courtney called 911. When officers arrived at her apartment, they found Christian Obumseli bleeding from a stab wound to the chest. He later died at the hospital. Courtney was covered in blood. She told police she had stabbed Christian in self-defense. She said he had grabbed her by the throat and she had no choice but to protect herself. That's the story she gave. But investigators weren't so sure. Courtney was not arrested that day. In fact, she was taken in for questioning, then released. Just days after the incident, she was seen drinking at a hotel bar in Miami. Video of her at the bar, calm and relaxed, went viral. Many people were furious. How could someone involved in a deadly stabbing be out partying? Soon, more details came out. Police began digging into the couple's past. They interviewed friends, family, and neighbors. They discovered a long history of domestic violence, mostly with Courtney as the aggressor. There was even video from an elevator, just weeks before Christian's death, showing Courtney repeatedly hitting and pushing him while he stood there doing nothing. that footage changed everything. Public opinion shifted. Many people who had once defended Courtney began to wonder if she was lying about being the victim, if Christian had really been the one suffering in the relationship. His family certainly believed so. They spoke out publicly, saying Christian was never violent and didn't deserve to die like that. But for months, Courtney was still free. She left Miami and moved to Hawaii to seek mental health treatment, according to her legal team. But prosecutors weren't done. In August 2022, 4 months after the stabbing, authorities charged Courtney Clenney with second-degree murder. She was arrested in Hawaii and brought back to Florida to face trial. The arrest warrant detailed disturbing evidence. Prosecutors said Courtney had a pattern of attacking Christian, that she was jealous, possessive, and often angry.
Again!
To go out?
No!
You said she invited you.
Christian, just phone my goddamn phone!
I don't have your phone. Can you just
Just phone my phone!
Sissy, can you just please?
Shut up!
Just please.
Shut up! You went to go and talk to her with that talk.
I didn't go to go.
Yes, you did. You always on your fucking asshole.
Courtney, I was
You
on.
literally told me about it. Now you're like, yeah.
What are you
You're
talking?
a son.
I didn't go to talk to
You are
Aura.
not gonna-
I was going on a bike ride. Like, what the
Get off of me!
fuck? Me going to talk to Aura? Is this gonna make you act like this? What the
You
fuck?
literally talked to her without telling me!
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a fuck.
You're a n-
Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney, thank you.
I want you to get away from me! Get away from me!
They said she once threw a knife at him before and had threatened to kill herself if he ever left her. Text messages between them revealed a relationship full of fear and pain. Christian told her he was scared of her. He said he didn't feel safe, that she had stabbed him before. Courtney, meanwhile, often apologized and said she would get help, but the cycle continued.
You
said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as I actually don't agree with you. Actually, I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Done. Because you're costing me money. I didn't do because I got to this house because of you.
You let my mom say some mind that.
No, because of you. Flirting with like 3 girls the whole time.
What 3 girls? What 3 girls? You?
Well, maybe
And
I think that
you?
doesn't matter.
You
It was
and you?
Milan.
Milan? I was flirting with Milan?
And she said, hey, come get your mans. Just trying to come home with me.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You're lying. She said, come get your man that I was trying to hit on Milan. Come on, baby.
Okay.
That doesn't even sound right.
Christian, you're fired.
Fine.
Hopefully, shut up.
You'll never
Hopefully,
see me again. You are the most
Good bitch, shut up.
ever met in my
Hopefully,
life.
you will help
You, Courtney.
too. Get the out of here. This isn't your house.
Yeah, cool.
It's not my house. Like, you're just like my boyfriend. Get the out of
I'm
here.
just like your
I can
boyfriend?
actually get like down if you're not here.
Yeah.
Get the out of here.
Okay, I'll remember that next time.
Get out. No, that's not even the next time. Get the
Stop touching
Get
me.
out.
Don't touch me again.
good thing. Get out, bitch. Get out.
Bitch.
You never loved me. The way you talk, the way that you treated the girls, and now you embarrass me. I don't want anything
I
to do
didn't
with you.
embarrass you yesterday. You're really just self-conscious. You always talk about, oh, Christian, you like this. I say, what did I tell you before? You're the baddest person in this bitch. No one has anything on you. I tell you this every day. I have text messages that you say, Christian, thank you for the content.
Shut up! But you don't do it the next day!
Why are you screaming? There's people in this house.
Get out, for real.
Yeah.
I never want to see you again.
Cool.
Prosecutors argued that the stabbing wasn't self-defense, that it was a moment of rage. They said Christian was unarmed. He had no weapon. He was trying to leave or de-escalate. But Courtney grabbed a knife and stabbed him in the chest anyway. They said the wound was deep, 3 inches, and hit his heart. The kind of force needed to do that didn't match her story of a quick defensive act. Courtney's attorneys fought back. They said she was a victim of abuse too, that Christian had a temper, and she feared for her life. They argued that the relationship was toxic on both sides, and that no one knew what it was really like behind closed doors. But the evidence kept piling up. The videos, the texts, the witnesses. The trial was delayed several times as both sides prepared their cases. Meanwhile, public interest in the case grew. Some people said Courtney was being judged because of her profession, because she was an OnlyFans model. Others said the justice system was being too lenient because of her looks and status. And many believed Christian's death wasn't getting the attention it deserved because he was a black man in a relationship with a white woman. Race, gender, fame, it all mixed into a case that became about much more than just one couple. In court, Christian's family sat quietly, heartbroken. They described him as a kind, loving man who didn't deserve to die. They wanted answers, and they wanted justice. Courtney remained in jail as she awaited trial. More details from her phone and her online activity were revealed. Her internet searches, messages, and even audio recordings were introduced as evidence. One audio clip captured her yelling at Christian, calling him names, and screaming in rage. The picture painted was one of someone unstable, dangerous, unpredictable, and yet some still supported her. Some believed her story, that she had been pushed too far, that she acted in fear, that she was a victim too. The truth is, in toxic relationships, the line between victim and aggressor can sometimes blur. But in this case, the evidence seemed to show a clear pattern. Christian was trying to walk away, and Courtney couldn't let him. As of now, the case remains one of the most talked about in recent true crime history. The trial is set to determine once and for all whether Courtney Clenney acted in self-defense or committed murder in cold blood. What makes this story so haunting isn't just the violence, it's the contrast, the double life, the happy photos online versus the reality behind the scenes. Two people who looked like they had it all, but were really trapped in a nightmare. And it's a reminder to all of us, social media is not real life. Filters don't show fear, perfect photos don't show bruises, and just because someone seems happy online doesn't mean they're safe or sane offline. Christian Obumseli should still be alive today. A young man full of promise whose life was cut short by someone he loved. His story deserves to be told. And whether Courtney Clenney is found guilty or not, the pain left behind will never disappear. This is not just a story about murder. It's about the danger of ignoring red flags, the importance of recognizing abuse, no matter who it's coming from, and the tragic result of what happens when love turns deadly. This is the story of Courtney Clenney, of Christian Obumseli, and of a relationship that became a nightmare no one could escape from. If you're still here watching, make sure to like and subscribe. And let me ask you something. Do you think Courtney was a victim or a murderer? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.